folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the New York Jets. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. So they get the completion. That's good, but Charles, probably not good to get hit on the first play of the game.
No coaching staff ever wants their quarterback hit on any passing play, especially to start the game. What you're hoping is you have one of those tough guys back there that sometimes when they get hit early, gets the juices flowing, and they get right into the game.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Of the pick 6, here's their offense on the field sooner than intended as they'll try to make it 8-0. Oh, look at this. They're not even going to get the 2-point play off. Maybe too much indecision. It's going to cost them 5 yards. And now on the heels of the pick 6, here's their offense on the field sooner than intended as they'll try to make it 8-0. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Knighton. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets can take the lead now with the extra point. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly, and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as good running gets him to about the 44. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit. Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going. Good sign on the opening drive. Mayfield off the play fake. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On 1st down, Knighton, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Wilson. Pass incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the 38, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's taken down inside the 30. These two teams all tied after one. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now Mayfield. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Throwing, Mayfield. They still, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember looking
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Now it's Wilson. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Albert Okwuegbunam. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets can take the lead now with the extra point. This time, the extra point up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 32-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. I guess that's what happens when you give the current NFL rushing leader that much room.
And when you do, all you're doing is solidifying his standing at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to continue to get more and more yards. Good luck trying to chase him down.
Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
Mayfield to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And once again, the Browns are back in front. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll try the left side. Knighton. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mullins. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quinnen Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield now. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Chubb will get the call running left. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A give. This is Chubb. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 102 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Mayfield on 1st down. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Now Chubb running right. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Touchdown! It's complete. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2. and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On 2nd and 9, Wilson, he's going to look deep down the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Knighton. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 29. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now. Throwing is Wilson. Completes it to Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Jets. Evan Ingram hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Beckham. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy quarterback.
And that is a situation where in the defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had the play diagnosed perfectly there.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will tie our game here in the third. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Mayfield looks to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He completes it to Beckham. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
In a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 127 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for have the hat trick against them.
56.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the ground, it's Chubb. Running right through him. And he's got this down to the 35. 167 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now Chubb. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Flushed out right. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. They run. Chubb. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Mayfield to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words: make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And off the upright, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is good.